Welcome to Zero George. Today's cooking class, I've got more of a summer preparation. The last video you probably saw, we were late spring. Now we're getting into more of our summer type stuff. We've got some peppers here today. I've got a beautiful scallop, a little citrus, obviously not in season, but everybody uses citrus out of season. And then really fun, we've got some sea beans that we'll talk about a little later, okay? So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a preparation called ceviche. It's usually done in South America. You use citrus juice to actually cook the product, usually some sort of fish or shellfish product. Today, like I said, we're going to do it with scallop. Now the important part about ceviche is keeping it cold. We just pulled the scallop out of the fridge, and we're going to take it and put it into 3 nice even-sized slices, all right? I've already detached the foot, so I don't have to worry about that, okay? So you can see I've got 3 pretty nice thick slices that are very even. I'm going to lay them flat in my little bowl here. And then we've got lemon. A little trick about lemon, you just squeeze it through your fingers and make sure you don't get the seeds, right? Do it again. Go ahead and get all that lemon in there. This only takes about 2 to 3 minutes to really do what we would consider a modern ceviche. Technically, ceviche would usually go for a long period of time and cure for a long period of time, and you almost get a toughness to the fish. So we just do a very light cure just to get the flavor and to slightly start to cook the product. Now I'm going to teach you something about a lime most people don't know. You saw how I had the lemon pre-cut and I cut it this way. We're actually going to cut the lime lengthwise. For some reason, and I don't know the science behind it, but for some reason, if you cut a lime lengthwise, it's much easier to squeeze. So we're going to cut it this way, and we're also going to get our lime in there, get a nice bit of lime juice. You're just able to get a lot more of the juice out of the lime that way. So, and once again, we're going to get all of that in there. And now, I want to leave this nice and fresh. I'm not going to season it with anything. We're not going to use any pepper today. I've got some nice serranos to add heat to this dish. So this dish can or can't have spiciness, depend on how much you like. I'll show you how we plate it in the restaurant here to adjust for who would want spice, who wouldn't. I'm going to flip these over real quick just to make sure they're completely covered. And like I said, the important part of this is we want to get it chilled. So I'm going to get it over here and I'm going to put it in my little fridge. Little room there, okay? And it's really that simple. Ceviche is that nice of a dish, which is why it's so nice to do for a dinner party, having friends over, or even just for, dinner for the family. All right, so like I said, I've got 3 really nice, finely sliced serranos here. You can see them just really, it's about as thin as you can slice them. And I'm going to lay my scallops out here. So this is a time when I'm going to show you, once again, I'm not going to be exactly precise, but we're going to make a restaurant-looking dish. Okay. Grab a little bronze fennel I got out of the garden in the courtyard here at Zero. All right. And I'm just going to take a little sprig off of each. Now, the bronze fennel has a little deeper flavor than your green fennel tops like we used in the bulb in the last video. So I just want to use it to add some depth, some darkness. It has a little bit of that anise flavor, but it's also got a darker herb flavor that you don't get from green fennel. So I'm just going to lay a little bit on there. That way if someone wants the heat, the fennel pairs very nicely with the heat of the serrano. They can put the pepper on if they want it. They don't have to use it if they don't want to. Wipe away a little bit of my excess here. Okay. Next, I have sea beans. Now, sea beans grow in marshes and saltwater many places in the country. Here they have a very unique taste. They're very salty with a little bit of iron hint, a slight bitterness that's very nice when paired with, once again, citrus, heat, salt. We're going to have all of those flavors in here. So all I'm going to do with these sea beans, I washed them. I foraged them out of the marsh this morning. Went out and pulled them before we came in to do this class today. I'm just going to do some nice little small cuts. And we're going to kind of use it like a confetti on the plate. So I just cut them here. Now you definitely, you want to be safe to the marsh. Only pull as much as you need. Don't trample down any seagrasses or anything like that. But it's a very nice thing. And, foraging is very big right now anyways. It's a very fun product to use here locally in South Carolina, and especially the Charleston area. So I'm going to keep these here for a little confetti later. Looks really nice. So I've done that. I'm going to go in the refrigerator now and grab the scallops. They should be about done. Like I said, it takes about 2 to 3 minutes. You can go less or more depending on your preference, but you can see now how they've kind of gotten, they've started to turn a little color, get a little more opaque. And I'm going to try and place them almost the way that I sliced them. Once again, one of those chef tricks. You can see I have this little notch in the scallop there, so I'm just going to make sure that all of those are lined up. Okay. Come back over to our dish, and we're just fan them out, just like so. Nice and easy. Okay. I'll take a little bit of the juice and just pour a little bit of the juice over and kind of let it just fall where it does. No big deal. Little confetti of my sea beans here to add that, once again, that kind of saltiness, and just kind of let them fall where they want to. So I've just, like I said, scattered the sea beans around a little bit, just like a confetti on the plate to give it a little more green. And when people eat it, you know, they get a little bite of it here and there. They're very good, but they can be overpowering, so you just want to use a little bit on there. And then we'll finish with just a little bit of Maldon here. Once again, I'm not using on a big heavy steak cut, so I want to pinch it between my fingers again and kind of crush the Maldon just a little bit. Such a beautiful, light, flaky salt to use. And we'll do that there. Last, I've got a really nice olive oil here, and what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit on the scallops, and once again drizzle it around the plate, and there we have a very nice dish. The citrus, the salt, the nice olive oil. You can add a little heat if you want. You don't have to. Just a very nice hot summer day, a little glass of rosé, white wine, and you've got a really great dish. All right, thanks for joining us today at Zero.